Okay, going live again. This actually is my broadcast. This is Barry Selby doing my own broadcast on Periscope, and this is a scope assignment actually for my groups. This is a double hit. If you're here for the first time, if you're just here, Laura, thanks for joining me. Some other people should be joining in if they see this notification. That's the word, notification for Periscope. Here we go, folks coming in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, ladies and gents, coming in. This is my daily love scope. Today's Man Up Monday, and it coincides beautifully with the Perry 10K group. Which oops, that was last scope. Back on this scope. Hi, nice to have you here. This coincides with the Perry Dudes daily assignment. Sorry, I had to get that clear for a second. Thank you. Yes, if you're coming in, please join. Please share this on Periscope and Twitter. And a couple of props. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I've got to put stuff out on the table. I'll be right there. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right there. All right. Yes, talk amongst yourselves. I forgot a couple of things. Like, that was silly. I need some stuff to put on camera, and I can't do that if I'm not sitting with it. So, thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. This is my daily love scope. My name is Barry Selby. I am a relationship speaker, coach, expert, guide, facilitator. I hate the word coach. It doesn't really land so well. Hi, nice to have you here. Yeah, just... Oh, that was silly. Okay, so now I'm planted and ready to talk. So, Marianne, nice to have you here. Sorry, your name was... Your handle was reversed and it threw me for a second. So it is Marianne, not Christ or Christ, whether that comes out to be. So today's scope, I do a love scope every day. Love and relationship scope, that's my topic, my focus, my arena. Michaela, nice to have you here. I don't know if you saw that, Michaela, but I think round 2 may have knocked it out of the park more than round 1 did in Perry 10K. Anyway, previous topic, back onto my scope. This is Marianne, yes, nice to have you here. Nice, thank you for sharing it. Appreciate you being here for a second. I know it's way past your bedtime, so you got to go and take night-night and with the kids. Thank you for being here, Michaela. Hope the weather is nice up in Liverpool. This is my daily love scope. My name is Barry Selby, as I mentioned. I am a relationship expert, teacher, and author. This is my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. It's on Amazon and Kindle, and also physical. And just a quick plug, you can see this on, thank you for sharing that, appreciate that. You go to my site, this is my props I had to go grab. This is really, high-tech stuff, piece of paper. barryselby.com is a website, /book is where you find the ebook. You can get direct download if you want it immediately in PDF format. There's also a link there for the Kindle version and the physical book. So I do speak about relationships. And each day of the week, I tend to pick a topic theme to work with. And Monday is traditionally now Man Up Monday, which is today. And I said it happens to coincide with my other group I'm part of, called Perry Dudes, which is a group for men. So if you're a man who wants to learn about techniques, want to share about support stuff, hi Laura, nice to have you here. This is the group you should join. And it is, I want to say sponsored is the wrong word, but it is heartily supported by the Perry Girls group, which hit their 10,000th member about 4 days ago, which is awesome. I'm so proud of them. They're amazing. Thank you for that, Donna. PerryDudes.com is how you find it. This is why I love the Perry Girls, because so many women in the Perry Girls group are friends of mine, online and some in person, that to get the support like this is just, I love it. I'm touched. So thank you for that. So today's topic, cutting to the chase, is the scope assignment for the Perry Dudes group, and I'm going to speak personally and then speak to you about some stuff too. The topic is name one chivalrous act and what it means to me. I've got many. I have a lot of them, so I'm just going to drop a couple in your lap right now. One that came up recently because it was one I made a mistake on a while back, so I want to just speak to this one as it really was important for me. So a chivalrous act that... Sorry, I have a cat lying at my feet looking at me like, can I pet him? It's like, I will in a minute. Patience. Yes, I get my attention. Sorry. Hang on, I'll show you this. This cracks me up. This is who I got lying down there. He's like, give me... Actually, cat sitting, a friend of mine's 2 cats, and this is one of them, and he's just a character. So I'll show you that. He's just lying there, just fell at my feet going, can I have some attention? He's a big, robust boy, but he's also... Yeah, I know I'm talking about you. Okay. Getting back to the scope. Yes, he is a little bit of a porky. Yeah, both of them are very robust. I'm being polite. They're tubby boys. Anyway, I'm taking care of them just for a few days. They're not my cats. I don't feed them. I wouldn't feed my cats that way if I had them. All right, staying on topic. The chivalrous act I want to speak to, and this is and I'll give you the history of it too, because there's actually history about this that I really found important. I was with a friend of mine on Saturday evening actually. We went out and she was shooting pictures for me. She's got a campaign she's building for me because she loves my work and wants to support me, which is awesome too. Anyway, we're walking down the street, and this thing inside of me moved me to step to the outside of her as we're walking down the street. So I walked on the street side of her as we walked on the sidewalk. This is American terminology for the English people watching. Sidewalk is pavement. The street is the road. It's confusing, I know. So, and so I did that, and it happened a few times. Like we came out of a store, and we came out on the street. It's like, oops, switch sides, get back on the outside of her. One, because I was on a date about 4 months ago. The lady, and sadly it was with a friend of mine. I was on a date and I didn't do that. I got in trouble, and I know this stuff. I teach this stuff, and I screwed up. So it's embedded in my awareness very presently that whenever I'm walking with a woman along the street, be on her outside. Now, a couple of things. There's 2 historical references for this. That actually is not just something you do, but there's 2 things about this. One is that, let's put it, the more chivalrous description is that a man walks on the outside of his woman, because that way, well, put it, and place your hand in the small of her back, that's when you're guiding her, and that's a whole sexy thing, and I'll talk about that another time, because I just want to speak to the one chivalrous act. So I'm only allowed 1 in this scope officially, but I'll speak to a couple other ones in a moment. That's one of them, by the way. But the chivalrous act is walking on her outside in the street side of her, so she was away from the traffic. But one is to keep her safe. In the olden days, medieval times, when there weren't cars and stuff, but there were swords, and actually it would be, sorry, I'm just thinking left and right. Back in England this is from, because most of the stuff was back in England. You walk on the left side of the street, and so you cross each other going down the other way of the street. Men would mostly be right-handed. I'm left-handed, but most men would be right-handed. So what happened is you had to have access to your sword to protect your woman. So if you're walking down the street on the outside of your woman, so she's on your, if I'm walking on the street, she's on your left, then I could draw my sword out from the left side, because being right-handed, I would grab the sword from my left side and pull it out to protect her against somebody on the other side of the street. That's one of the chivalrous things about, dueling with swords and stuff. The less positive experience, but again, honouring the woman, is, in olden days in England, the second floor of buildings usually stuck out further than the ground floor, and also the chambermaids and the cleaning staff would throw the refuse out the upper windows. Well, if the woman's on the inside, she'd be protected by the overhang of the building. The guy would catch it, so because he'd be on the street side. So there's 2 different stories about why men would protect women. 1 from the crap, and 2 from the sword. So that's the history of that. But in my experience, that's one of my favorite things, because it really means to me, it's an overt act, not subtle, but it's also about, I feel protective, that I feel like I'm serving her and being responsible for taking care of her. And it's such a simple thing. It's not about big grand gestures in a way, yes, it is a grand gesture in a simple way. So I like that one. Laurie mentioned about putting your hand in the small of her back. That's not so much a chivalry act as much as it is about romantic, because a lot of times for women, it lets them soften. When a man puts his, and it's interesting because I've seen it happen both ways, putting my hand on the small of a woman's back can soften her. She remembers that she can be feminine, that she can trust and lean into my support, so energetically. But the other side of it's happened before, because some of my clients this has been a problem for, is that when I touch on the small of the back, they react to it, because they are in their masculine and feel defensive. And that's a trap that women fall into. Now, I'll speak to that more on Wednesday, because Wednesday is Woman Up Wednesday. This is Man Up Monday. I do a scope on each day about the masculine and feminine. Today's for men, Wednesday's for women, in terms of speaking at 2, 4. But this piece is a piece too. But so let me throw out 4 or 5 more chivalrous acts that men can do for women. So ladies, if you're watching this, show it to your men. Men, if you're watching this, take notes. First of all, as I mentioned, walking on the street side of your woman to provide safety and meaning you'll take care of her. Second one, this is going to sound so simple. Open the door for her. Don't open the door in front of her and let her walk through behind you. Be polite. Hold the door open, let her go through and follow her through. It's respectful. Unless you're walking into a very dark house with a flashlight, then as a safety measure, you go before her to protect her. One caveat, particularly in Halloween. Anyway, that's one. Second one. Third one is help her with a coat, a jacket, especially in colder weather. I mean, right now in LA, it's ridiculously hot. It's February, and it's going to be 85 degrees this week. Insane weather. But in the colder weather, helping her with a coat is a polite gesture. To hold her handbag when she goes to the bathroom. well, she doesn't need it, or when she's going somewhere, so you hold it for her. And it takes a man who's really in his masculinity to hold a woman's purse for her and not feel a little bit nervous. So that's a very, very chivalrous act we can do. Another couple I'll throw in there. One is helping her with a chair, like when she's sitting down, to help a chair underneath and there's support down. Which the second part of that is when a woman comes into the room to sit down, stand your butt up, guys. Be willing to be respectful of her. You don't sit at the table and wait for her to come sit down. Stand up so you can be there to receive her and sit down after her. That's a sign of respect. So that's a few chivalrous acts to throw at you, men, and for the ladies to know about, so you have some references of what can be useful. And that's really the topic today. And it's from the Prairie Dudes group. And Matt, I just saw you joining in here. Any of the guys who are in this scope, you want to join us, we have a group called the Prairie Dudes, and we're growing it and we're expanding it to bring more brotherhood, masculine expression and truth to the world from the male point of view. And Prairie Dudes is growing. We're up to 100. Well, it's about 140, and we're going to go even stronger. You've never seen a man hold a woman's bag. Well, it's not easy. It's not something you see often, but it's something I really talk about. That in my work, it's what I encourage, and I've done it myself for my lady friends before, both romantic and friendships, because it's a sign of respect for me. So, you know, Matt, you're forced to do it. Matt, you should be offering, not being forced. I like that. Okay. So that's the scope I was just doing today, to both one to speak to Man at Monday as a double focus to put this in for my scope assignment for the Prairie Dudes group. So you'll be able to see it on my Facebook page as well as on the Prairie Dudes group page as well. You poor thing, I wouldn't do that. Okay, Marion and Matt, you made it talk offline. That was cracking me up. Thanks for watching my scope, by the way, folks. Always appreciate you following me and sharing out on Twitter and Periscope. I'll be back on tonight, actually, because I'm leading off and hosting the Prairie Dudes Past the Cast tonight, Monday night, which will be 7:45 Pacific time, so 10:45 East Coast time, and UK, you'll be asleep. It's going to be 3:45 in the morning. Yeah, that's going to be a late one for the guys in England. But you can watch the replay in the morning. So that's it. Thanks for watching my scope. Appreciate you being here. And as always, take care of yourselves. And as I recommend to my friends and my clients, love yourself today more than you did yesterday, because you deserve it. All right? I'll see you later. Bye. You're welcome, Marion. Take care of yourselves, folks. And thanks, Donna, for coming back in. And I'll see you again soon. Yeah, see you, Matt. Take care. All right? Bye.